What's up, guys? This is Caden. I'm at work on my break, but I just want to make this quick video questioning. The topic of this week is questioning your gender identity and sexual orientation. And first of all, gender identity and sexual orientation are two different things. Sexual orientation is whomever you are sexually or physically attracted to. That has nothing to do with your gender. And gender identity is your internal sense of your gender. So for me, I am a guy and my sexual orientation is queer. If you are, I'm going to cover the part of like how to cope with coming out and not being accepted for who you are, because I think that's very important. So when it comes down to it, if you are afraid of what other people will say to you because of your sexual orientation or gender identity, it's really, I mean, everybody has these thoughts, of course. I had these thoughts. I didn't transition for many years because of what my mom would think, what my brothers would have thought. The fact that I wouldn't think that they were going to accept me, you know, and everybody has these thoughts. Everybody's going to be worried about what other people are going to say and what happens if these people leave, because, you know, once I come out as whatever, then nobody's going to accept me. The people are going to leave from my life, and that is completely normal to think these thoughts. I think everybody in one time in their life have thought about these kinds of things, and you just have to remember that you are living your life for you. This decision is for nobody else but yourself, and nobody understands what you are going through, you know, unless you are talking to somebody that is going through the same thing as you are. They're not going to understand what you have to deal with on a, you know, regular daily basis. You know, if you're coming out as trans or whatever it may be, if you are coming to terms with your gender identity, that's a really big, huge step in your life, you know, and there's going to be people that won't support you, and that's completely okay. They are not here to tell you what is wrong and what is right, or how you should live your own life, because you are here to make yourself happy. You are not here to make anybody else happy. So if you're worried about people exiting your life because of your you know, your choice to come out or change your life for the better, they don't deserve to be in your life. They obviously don't love you enough to fully support the fact that you are trying to be you and be happy as just as a person, you know. I have friends who don't support my transition. I've known since I was in like kindergarten, and they don't support my transition, and I was very blunt with them. I told them, if you're not going to support me, then I'm just going to cut you from my life, because I don't need more negativity in my life. You spend your whole life trying to figure out who you are, and the fact that you figured yourself out and the fact that you are doing something about it is already such a huge step, and it's very emotional. It's a huge deal, you know, and if somebody's not going to respect that, then they don't need to be in your life, you know. Parents especially, you need to understand that yes, they are your parents, and yes, you know, they're family, and you're always going to love them, and they're going to always love you, but sometimes it's the best to cut people out of your life that aren't there for you 100%, you know. And family is a big one, because nobody wants to never talk to their parents again, but you don't need to do that, you know. You just need to show them that with or without their consent, you're going to do this, you know. And look at it this way: you get judged for your hair color, the way you dress, the color of your skin, what school you go to, who you're dating. Every day you're walking on the street, you're walking in a mall, you're getting judged all the time. And that's just how life works, you know. And you put your gender identity and your sexual orientation in there, it's just like everything else that people are judging you every single day. You just have to look at it like that. People are always going to judge you no matter what, and we're not here to prove to people you know, what we are and how we want to live our lives, and it's none of their business, quite frankly. Um, you know, I know people that don't necessarily agree with my transition, but don't have the balls to tell me how they feel about it, and it's very apparent to me. But I just don't care. You know, it also took me a very long time to realize that the more comfortable you get within yourself and who you are, the easier, the easier it will be to tell people. Like when I first came out as trans, I didn't tell anybody else trans. People would ask me, why is your voice different? Why do you look different? All this stuff. And I would go around the question to save my life. I would do anything to not tell them that I was trans. Now, somebody comes in and asks me, you know, why it looks so different, and I'll be like, you know, I'm transgender, I'm in the middle of transitioning. It's a lot easier for me to be open about myself now that I am more open within. You know, I've come to the terms that this is how I am and this is how I forever have been, and that's okay. If people aren't going to accept you, you will have people in your life that do accept you and do love you for who you are, and you need to stay on the positive side of things. Trans people in general, and just different people that, you know, gay, lesbian, bisexual, asexual, whatever you may be, you're already taking a huge emotional toll on yourself, you know, because a lot of people don't accept themselves, and that's already a huge thing that you have to overcome, and you can't let other people dictate how you live your life. You have to be happy within yourself, and because you are you, and everybody's a beautiful person, no matter, you know, who they are. If there's no good or bad person, I believe, and just always remember that you're doing this for you, and you will be happy at the end of the day. Alright, well, that's the end of my video, so I will see you guys next week. Peace.